who's watching? Tell me who's watching? Who's watching me?
Hello and welcome to the Oroville Dam Watch Group update for Monday, March 20th, 2023. The current lake level is at 857 feet, continuing to lower as the DWR makes room for snowmelt and runoff from the Sierras. Inflows remain steady at around 25,000 CFS, while outflows are continuing at around 35,000 CFS. As wet weather has continued to impact California, some reservoirs across the state are being managed with scheduled releases of water to prevent flooding, according to the California Department of Water Resources. After 14 atmospheric rivers hit back-to-back this winter, reservoirs began filling up quickly. Though most of the major reservoirs aren't full yet, several are significantly higher than they have been historically. This is especially true in Central California at Don Pedro, Comanche, and the Oroville reservoirs. Video shared by the DWR shows a large release of water from Lake Oroville down into the Feather River at a rate of 35,000 cubic feet per second. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is working with downstream water operators to schedule releases in an effort to manage flood control. The water release has caused the closure of Oro Dam Boulevard between Rusty Dusty Road and Canyon Drive because the water spray across the road reduces drivers' visibility. Drivers can still access the Oroville Dam and State Recreation Area by using State Route 162 and Canyon Drive, according to the DWR. There's another round of rain currently moving into the area, and it will be here tomorrow, Tuesday, March 21st. We'll be keeping our eyes on that storm and watch as they continue to release water at the Oroville Dam. Be safe and God bless you guys.
It doesn't really seem to have an end at this point. Eventually it will. You know, the wet season usually wraps up by the end of March. So there is, statistically a light at the end of the tunnel here. We're getting hit hard by a front and then we have another one kind of in the wake. Tuesday through Wednesday is another onslaught of some rain and snow. A little bit colder air associated with this. The area of low pressure is pulling out of the Pac Northwest, and that means that the snow levels will be lower. So there's going to be areas in the Sierra that used to get rain a couple weeks ago. Now they're going to be back to snow. That does change the snowpack, so make sure that you're looking out for that. Central California, Southern California, that's kind of the highlight for this rain that's moving in later tonight through Tuesday. Look at those bright yellows from San Francisco into Santa Barbara all the way down into San Diego. So Southern California, you kind of got a break the last couple weeks. Well, you're not going to get a break with this one. You're going to see a lot of rain and also some mountain snow. Above 3,000, 4,000 feet, this is going to be snow as we work our way into some of these mountains in Southern California and Central California. We keep it busy all the way through Tuesday. Look at that spin of low pressure that's right off the coast. It literally is diving all the way down south. When that occurs, you have a prolonged effect of not only the rain and snow, but also the wind. And so this is not just a setup where you get a little batch of wind. This is a prolonged wind event. And when you look at the soil moisture, how much rain is associated with this system, we're likely going to see trees down. And also just the power of the wind can also unlock a mudslide or a landslide. So in all these coastal locations, you really need to be looking out for this. And look at the wind warning area. The high wind watch is calling for winds in excess of 80 miles per hour. We're talking about hurricane force wind gusts in Southern California, and that's what's going to be playing out as we work our way into Tuesday evening. So again, a little breezy for today, but the peak of those winds will be throughout the day on Tuesday through Tuesday night. Here's a look at the snow forecast. Southern part of the Sierra is going to be the hot spot. We're talking about 3-4+ feet of snow from Mammoth Lake moving a little bit farther down to the south. Up through central and northern portions of the Sierra, we're talking about maybe a foot of snow. So again, lower impacts there, but it will be tricky for travel. It's going to be from Mammoth Lakes down to the south. Those are the mountains that are going to get hit the hardest. So we'll have to watch out for those areas. And in Southern California, anytime you have, the potential here of 3-4 inches of rain, it is a huge concern when it comes to flooding. And so we do have that flood potential coming in for Central and Southern California.
Who's watching? Tell me who's watching? Who's watching me?